Today we are going to discuss another para, which is from reading fill in the blanks. Not from reading and writing fill in the blanks. I'm sure that you guys now understood why I'm saying this, because in reading fill in the blanks, we always have options which we need to drag and drop in the blanks. And for reading and writing fill in the blanks, we always have drop-down menu from where we need to select one of the options. Paragraph we are going to discuss today is students away from home. Let's try to read this paragraph. For lots of 5-year students, the university may be their first experience living away from home for a dash period. It is a dash break from home. In my point of view, this is the best thing that you can do. I know you have to fend for yourself, cook and clean after yourself, basically look after yourself without your parents. But the truth is, sometime in your life, you are going to have to part with lovely mommy and daddy. But they are only just a phone call away, and it is really good to have some quality time without them. The first few weeks can be a dash period. There may be concerns about forming the friendship. When new students look around, it may seem that everyone else is self-confident and dash successful. The reality is that everyone has the same concerns. Increased personal freedom can feel both wonderful and dash. Students can come and go as they choose with no one to hassle them. The strange environment with new kinds of procedures and new people can create the sense of being on an emotional roller coaster. This is normal and to be expected. You meet so many more people in the halls than if you stayed at home. The main points about living away from home are no parents. You don't have to tell them where you're going, who you're going with, what time you will be coming, why you are going, etc. You learn various social skills. You have to get along with your roommates. Living with them can present special, sometimes intense problems. Negotiating respect of personal property, personal space, sleep, and relaxation needs can be a complex task. The complexity increases when roommates are of different dash with very different values. It is unrealistic to expect that roommates will be best friends. Meaningful, new relationships should not be expected to develop overnight. It took a great deal of time to develop intimacy in high school friendships. The same will be true of intimacy in university friendships. You have a phone, so if you ever get homesick or miss your mommy, then she is always at the end of a phone line for you. And so are your friends. So we do have options for this paragraph. Timely, natural, exciting, frightening, easily, extra, backgrounds, socially, definite, lonely, extended. Let's try to understand the meaning of this paragraph. This paragraph explores the experiences of first-year university students, right? Adjusting to living away from home. It highlights the emotional challenges, newfound independence, and social interactions, emphasizing both the excitement and difficulties of forming friendships, adopting the personal responsibilities, and coexisting with roommates from diverse backgrounds. The text reassures students that homesickness is normal and encourages them to embrace personal growth. Right, let's move to the right options. What options can we select? So the first blank, we are having the university may be their first experience living away from home for an dash period, for an extended period. Extended refers to a long duration, which fits the idea of students living away from home for an extended period. For example, he took an extended vacation to explore different countries. Makes sense. Let's move to the next one. It is a dash break from home. It is a definite break from home. Why? Because definite emphasizes a clear separation from home, reinforcing the idea that this transition is significant. there is a definite improvement in his performance, right? Okay, the next one is the first few weeks can be a dash period. The first few weeks can be a lonely, period. Why? Because lonely describes the emotional challenges of adjusting to a new environment without familiar connections, which students often feel in the first few weeks. Makes sense. Now let's understand with another example. Moving to a new city can be lonely at first. Okay, let's move to the next one. When new students look around, it may seem that everyone else is self-confident and dash successful. Dash successful, socially successful. Socially successful. Why socially? Because socially modifies successful, right? Emphasizing how new students appear socially confident, though they might feel uncertain inside. For example, she is socially active and enjoys networking events. Let's move to another one. The reality is that everyone has the same concerns. Increased personal freedom can feel both wonderful and dash. What? And dash what? And dash and frightening. Why frightening? Because frightening captures the mix of excitement and anxiety that comes with newfound independence and personal freedom. So for example, starting a new job in an unfamiliar country can be frightening. Okay, let's move to the last one, I guess. Isn't it? Yes. So it is the last one. The complexity increases when roommates are of different dash with very different values. Different values, definitely different backgrounds. The complexity increases when roommates are of different backgrounds with very different values. Background refers to different life experiences and cultural values, making it the ideal word to describe roommates from diverse upbringings. For example, the university has students from diverse backgrounds. Good. Let's try to see why we haven't selected these options. Timely, natural, exciting, easily, extra. Okay, timely means happening at the right moment, which doesn't describe the duration of living away from home. Make sense? For example, his advice was timely and helpful. Another example is the rescue operation was timely and saved many lives. Next one is natural. Natural implies something ordinary or expected, which doesn't capture the definite nature of breaking away from home. It is natural to feel nervous because an exam. Her reaction was natural given the circumstances, right? Exciting. Exciting implies only positive feelings, but the sentence acknowledges both freedom and fear, making frightening a better fit. For example, the idea of traveling of Europe was exciting. She found the new project exciting and challenging. Easily. Easily modifies how something is done, but the sentence describes feelings, making socially a more accurate word choice. She solved the problem easily. He adapted easily to his new role. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is the last option we haven't selected. Extra. Extra means additional, which does not describe diverse personal backgrounds and values like backgrounds does, right? She ordered an extra cup of coffee. We need extra chairs for the guests. Make sense? So we ended up with the correct options, having extended, definite, lonely, socially, frightening, and backgrounds.